Hello, everybody. I see everybody is already talking about Tim's big announcement yesterday, and we're going to talk about that too. So I hope everybody is doing well. Um, I see Rhonda. Hello, Rhonda. Well, if you love steampunk, you're going to love today's video because we're going to do something fun. Hi, Tina, Lords, Suzanne, and Jim. Nice to see all of you joining. So yeah, let's just jump right in. First of all, excuse the cough. I think I'm coming down with something. I've been taking, it's winter stuff. I have asthma, so every winter I have to deal with this. So I have a cough drop in my mouth, so excuse that. But let's talk about Tim's announcement yesterday, right? So I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of anticipated this coming. And I'll tell you why. A lot of the stuff he had been releasing was re-released items. I had noticed over the last several releases, a lot of the stuff was looking kind of the same, right? So thinking about just him and his journey, his 20 years, I didn't think he would quit designing completely. I thought he was going to tailor it back. But yeah, not surprised. And I'll tell you why, because there's a lot of product out there. Not everybody started following Tim when he started. So there's a lot of product out there that is forgotten about. And as I've been saying, I'm not saying that Tim and I are on the same wavelength, but as I've been saying, you know, when we start looking at crafters that have been crafting for a long time, and I'm one of them. First of all, can someone tell me if you can see and hear me, because I hope I'm not talking to myself. But when you are, you know, a crafter that's been crafting for a long time, you start to build up your product and you start to build up, and I'm going to call it inventory because that's what it is. And I think with anything, the more that you get, the more that you forget what you have. And it's kind of like a drug. You're just waiting for the next release. And you use something maybe once or twice and it gets put away. And I know that there's several of us out there that are fall into that category, and I'm one of them. And that's why I have tried to focus on that's why I've tried to focus on, you know what, need to use our stash. I mean, look at my stash back here. That's a small portion of what I have. I have a whole utility room full of bins of stuff. And little by little, I'm going through it. And I'm using it. And some of the stuff we're using today is stuff from my vintage stash that we're going to be playing with. Because at some point, it just becomes overwhelming and then it's not fun. I mean, at least for me. You know, when I moved, it was very, very overwhelming, the amount of items I had. And I told my husband, if we move again, I'm not taking all of this. I probably would get rid of most of my, not my Tim stuff. I don't think I'll get rid of my Tim stuff, but a lot of the stuff that I scavenged. So all the thrift stores I would go to, you know, I don't regret it, but at some point I got a little I don't know what the word is. I just kept going, buying and it just got to be too much. So yeah, so not surprised about Tim's announcement. I'm actually really happy for him, because I think if he loses that creative spark, we're all going to lose out, because he has a great creative mind. And I think with anything, I mean, I've even been thinking my direction of my shop, to be honest with you, because I like to create also. And as I get older and closer to retirement, I don't have as many bills that I have to sustain. So, you know, I'm thinking about where I'm going to go in the future also, as far as my shop. But I think the whole shop part of it from him, the whole the product part, I think was just overwhelming him, and he wasn't able to play. And I think, like, all of us can relate. If we're not able if we're not able to play, I think it really affects our mental health, because that's what crafting is all about. It's supposed to be able to help us relax, exhale, therapy, you know, some people call it. And if we're not able to do that, if we're automatically running towards the next sale, if we're automatically running towards the next release, I think we get caught up in that versus why we like the product. So that's my 2 cents. I did watch his whole live. Robin and I were actually texting each other while it was going on. Robin and I are friends, if you can't tell. But she and I were texting each other while the live was going on. And I actually think, and I'm going to say it because I've been preaching to you guys that we need to use our stash. I think it will be therapeutic, and I think it will be healthy for some of us to not have his releases every single year. And I said it. I said it because I'm one of those people, you know. And we get so caught up on the new items, you know, that we forget to use what we have. So I think it's a good move for him. I think it's a healthy move for him, so we don't lose his creative mind. And I wish him the best. I mean, he's human. You know, when we look at him and sometimes we think, you know, this creative God out there. He's human just like we are, and he gets burnt out just like we do. So I think it's healthy that he's able to recognize that. And I'm happy that he's able to decide to step back. So that's my 2 cents. Yeah, I was telling Robin, I'm like, Robin, you'll be okay. So that's my 2 cents on Tim. There's a lot of product out there, and Robin and I were talking about there's a lot of product out there on the early years that I don't have. So I might just start going back to the beginning. I mean, he said start back at stamp number 1, right? You know, so that's what I'm doing. And one of the things I'm going to be doing this year for us is I'm going to be shopping my stash. And I'm going to be grabbing stamp sets and showing you guys and say, okay, we're either going to use it or we're going to get rid of it. So I might be destashing some of my stuff this year, but that's what I'm going to do. So I think it's a good move for him. I think we'll survive, everybody. There's a lot of other, well, not a lot, there's a few other companies out there that still do the vintage inspired. 49 and Market is a great one. I'm going to actually get a list together and maybe we'll talk about it next week. But there's a lot of other companies out there that are still releasing. But, you know, even Robin, one of the things Robin and I was saying, or I said to Robin, product is expensive. And, you know, eggs are expensive, milk is expensive, things are expensive, and it's more expensive than it used to be. And I think some of the craft product has just gotten overpriced, and to me it's not worth it because I know I have a lot of stuff already, so I'm not going to spend the big money. So that's my 2 cents. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree with me. I'm curious to see what you guys think in the notes. So give me some comments. Let me know what you think about Tim's announcement. And I'm going to transition down and we're going to get to crafting. But I would love to hear what you said. Robin, no, don't hoard. I mean, unless you're just a collector. And I'm sorry when I say this, but I've been using stuff that's old and won't come back. But unless you're a collector, get joy out of using it. Don't hoard it and not use it. I think that's what gets us into our problem. You know, the big things like the stamp sets, they don't go out of print. I don't want to say print. They don't go out of style, right? Stampers Anonymous does all the stamps, and that's, to me, that's the big thing. I know Sissix does discontinue items, but I don't know. I'm not into hoarding anymore, and only because mentally for me it's overwhelming to have so much stuff. I don't know. It's kind of like, you know, the 10 Commandments, gluttony. I consider having too many craft items gluttonous, and hoarding is part of it. So that's my thought, you guys. We'll survive Tim not giving new releases. Because there's a lot of product out there already. So let's go ahead and transition down. I gave you my 2 cents. Like I said, I'd love to hear what you guys think as we start crafting. All right, overhead camera. Let's go ahead and transition. So we're gonna talk about. Let's see, my transition button isn't working. We're gonna talk about the new kit. Hello, Divinely Creations by Marlena Hemingway. Nice to see you. Everybody, I know we have a few new people in here. Would love for you to welcome our new people. And hopefully they'll continue to join our crafty sessions on Sundays. All right, so I have... Yeah, you know, Suzanne, though, there's other companies that do remnant rubs, so I'll survive. Just like I told you guys you'll survive, I'll survive. And I have some ideas anyway about remnant rubs, so don't worry about me, girlfriend. All right, so the new kit that came out, and I hope it was worth it, is my Steampunk kit. And I had a blast creating this kit. Beautiful items, wonderful grungy colors. I hope that you like it. The kit is available, Rhonda, now in the shop. So it's a digital kit. So check it out. You'll have to print your own, of course. But I just want to go through a few of the pages because we're going to craft. I did do a slideshow of everything that was in the kit. So check it out. It is one of the videos in YouTube. So, but let's just go ahead and go over some of the images. Now, this is my favorite. I'm going to make some cards out of this. But as you can see, they're ready to cut and turn into beautiful cards. I made these grungy, and I just love the vibrant colors. I hope that you guys do as well. Really, really pretty. I also did another set here with these pipes, and then some of the background. And you're going to get some of these backgrounds in ATC sizes, so you can, you know, layer your own vintage girls. You got two papers. You've got these goggles here, and I did put the goggles also as a die cut, and then you also have the striped butterflies, and I sized these down for what we're going to be making. But yeah, two sets of papers in the kit. You've got some, did a couple of these, so ephemera pages that have more girls. I think you have 9 girls total, but you've got goggles, gloves, you got this motorcycle, you got the backpack, and then you've got some labels here, and this steampunk butterfly as well is really fun. And there's a few more items I think in there. I don't think I printed everything, but I printed what I thought I would play with today. So yeah, so it's a really fun kit. I'm one of the things I've been thinking about, you guys, is I know that I have my kit out there. The kits are for sale, and then you also have the Backstage Pass. I'm thinking about, and I'm not going to do it right away. I'm just kind of thinking about it. But I'm thinking about, now that I have a good variety of images, printables, digital product in my shop, I'm thinking about going exclusively membership. So I don't know. That's what I'm thinking about. So I'm just kind of thinking about it. So I might just go membership at some point. So if there are kits out there that you want and you're not a Backstage Pass member, you might think about getting them, because at some point I might decide to just go membership. All right. What we're gonna do today. So I have been playing with it, and I made a few tags here. These are pocket tags, and these are vintage tickets I've got in here. So I thought, well, maybe we'll make some tags, and then I decided, well, I want to do more than tags. So I started playing with a design item, and I came up with this. This isn't the paper, but we're going to be doing it. So this is a tag. Flip it over, and it's another tag. So I think this is what we're going to make, guys, today. So I hope that's cool with you guys. I wanted to give you a project, not just a tag. You can certainly make tags with them. You can do whatever you want. But this is what we're going to do. All right, so let me show you how I did that. So in the beginning, I explained I'm using stuff from my thrifting. These are old game cards, and I don't think you can see, you can kind of see the blue. This was a game where it says early black rock group. So you'd have to like name, you know, whatever the theme was. And I bought, you know, I have all sorts of vintage game pieces that I think I might be putting together a junk pack of vintage game pieces and sell it for like $5 if anybody thinks they might be interested. I don't know yet if I'm going to do that, but I'm thinking about it because I've got 3 boxes of vintage game ephemera. So this is what I'm going to use today. So I'm going to take 3 of these cards and I'll tell you the sizes. You can do this with paper, but like I said, I'm using what I have. So this is what I'm going to play with. So let me put my paper aside. So these pieces measure, I don't know, so 5 3/4 by 3 3/4, about. Okay. So what I want to do is cut 2 of these to about 3 inches. All right. So, and I'm saving these because I might do something with these labels. I don't know yet. That's part of my problem is I tend to save what I probably should be throwing away, but you know what? It's baby steps, right? So let me just cut this down, and we're gonna cover this. And then I'm going to show you how I put this together. Okay, so goodness, excuse the cough. So this is the middle part, and I'm using this punch that I use every live. All right. If you don't have the punch, just cut the corners. It's not a big deal. And then we're going to create the side panels. But as you can see, the side panel is shorter. So we're going to tape it shorter. Now, where is my washi tape? Here it is. So the way that I put this together, and how are my hands feeling? Oh, shoot, Robin. They're feeling pretty good. I'm having problems with my thumbs, though. So I'm on a medication right now. That is what is it? It's a hormone blocker because my cancer was hormone receptive. I have to get this right. So they wanted to make sure that my that my cells didn't reproduce and create more cancer cells. But that medicine affects my joints, and I had to take my wedding ring off and my other ring because my hands were so swollen. But it's my joints that are hurting. And you guys remember that I got these scissors recently that I don't have to use my thumb, which is fantastic. I'm able to cut. And I got in the mail the baby one, and I know this person doesn't like to be recognized, but I'm sorry, Robin, I am going to recognize you. Robin got these for me knowing that I've been struggling with my hand, and it's not arthritis, it's the lack of hormones, and it does affect my calcium level as well, so the doctor has me taking calcium as well. But I can't open jars. I can't, when I'm grabbing, it's hard for me to grab. I certainly cannot snap anymore. It's just the thumbs are just really bothering me, and I am going to talk to my oncologist. You know, I'm kind of at a point where I don't want to stop taking the medication because then I might get cancer again. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I can try to tolerate this as best I can, but yeah, I am struggling a little bit. Um, but it's just one of those things I'm going to have to deal with. So, Robin, thank you. This was not only generous of you, but it is helping me. I was actually using it fussy cutting, and that was part of the thing. Is, you know, when you fussy cut, you guys, your thumb goes here, right? And you're using your thumb. But with these, I'm not using my thumb. I'm using the palm of my hand, so it really is helping me. So craft on, right? So thank you. Very, very nice. So yeah, so they are still hurting me a little bit, mostly my thumbs, but I'm working through it. All right, so washi tape, and this can be any washi tape that you desire. And the way that I did it is it's nice that I just kind of figured out exactly where I want this to be. And you know, let's see, what did I do here? So that's about right, right? And this is going to be like this. So I just kind of taped them together. It's gonna get covered, so you know, don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. But that's where I'm starting. So I'm gonna do 3 of these just to kind of hold them together. Hey, Rhonda, welcome, welcome. Yeah, there may be an alternative. That's one thing I'm going to talk to, like I said, my oncologist about. But I don't, if it's just, you know, something I have to deal with, because I don't, you know, and I've thought about that. I could, you know, it's my choice. I can say, you know what, I'm just not going to take this medication anymore. But the worst thing is if I got cancer again. I don't, you know, I don't know. I can tolerate it right now. I'll deal with it. Because the alternative is cancer. And I don't want cancer again, ladies. None of us do, right? All right. So here we go. So that's my first page. I take these out. And we're going to just trim this. Yes, ma'am, lords, I will. So you're going to have 2 3 by, I'd say 3 by 5 and 3/4, or 3 by 6. So 3 by 5 and 3/4 or 6, something like that. And then the tag is 3 and 3/4. So it's a little bit longer. So this is going to be your shorter one, and this is your longer one. And then this one here, you're going to do the same exact thing, just on the other side. All right, so yeah, so I appreciate you asking me about my hands. I just think it's something I'm going to have to deal with, you know. And I think I shared this before. Sometimes I do get angry about the fact that I got cancer. You know, I know I'm not special, but shoot, I always bragged how I had never had any surgeries. I was relatively healthy, other than my asthma. And you know, I think your health is everything. I'd rather be healthy than rich. Because I mean, it sucks when you're not healthy. I'll just say that. So, but yeah, I appreciate you guys checking in on me and asking me. All right, so I am just putting these together here. And again, I'm just using just washi tape, nothing big. Okay, so we had, I don't know if y'all follow me on Instagram, we had a snowstorm yesterday. It started to snow on Friday when we took my son to the airport. I was a little nervous about it too, but it was a little snowy on the way out to the airport. Coming back, it was so clear. So okay, here we go. It opens this way, and then it opens this way. So, oh, let's trim this actually. Oh, and I'm so busy talking, I didn't trim this right. No big deal. So, we're gonna solve this right now. Let's see. And it was. How am I gonna do this? It was. Let me think. It was a little snowy on the way out, taking my son. On the way back, it was clear, so I was happy about that. But boy, did we get some snow yesterday. We were inside all day. And yeah, it's a little snowy. It's a little snowy outside. It's not snowing right now, but we got a bunch yesterday. I'm looking for my ruler, y'all. That's what happens when I chit-chat. All right. Where's my ruler? I just have to just cut a line here. All right. See. And I do these designs ahead of time, so when I am chit-chatting, it's just second nature for me, but sometimes I get ahead of myself. All right, so let me trim this down. No big deal, right? There we go. Okay, so here's what you want it to look like. You want it to be short, big, and then short. So this is what you want it to look like. Now, once you get this together, let me know if you guys have any questions. This is when you're going to add your paper. So I shared with you how I resized some of the paper because I didn't want to necessarily print the whole sheet, and then that would waste ink, right? So I need to decide. I think I might use this. This is kind of fun. Let me see. How big is this? See, that wasn't the plan. The plan was to use the stripes, but I might change the plan. So this is, how tall is this? 4 3/4. So a little before 5, right? Where am I at here? There we go. So I could cut this. And the butterflies are fun. Maybe I'll do part, I don't know. Maybe I should stick with what I planned. But the goggles are a lot of fun for sure. Okay, so. Yeah, I know that the storm is moving. My sister in Kentucky was texting me saying that they were expecting it today, and I'm like, yeah, this was yesterday. She was texting me that they were expecting it today, and I'm like, well, we're getting it now. And you know, it's so snow. It's so pretty when you don't have to go out in it. So yeah, I'm glad it passed us. It's just cool right now. Not cold, but cool. But yeah, we definitely got we definitely got it yesterday. And I was so happy that I'll leave that. I was so happy that we had taken my son to the airport on Friday, because if his flight was on Saturday, I don't know what we would have done. But yeah, so my son made it home okay. Had a really nice visit with him over the holidays. But it's kind of nice to get back into our routine, right? Okay, so now that I've got my paper cut, let's go ahead and cover my tag right here. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm trying to decide here. Yeah, I guess I'll just use my glue. All right, so adding my glue. And this hurts too. You see where I'm pushing on my thumb here? That totally hurts, but it's okay. I might have to rethink how I glue things. I mean, it's a little painful, but tolerable. But if it gets any worse, it's going to be a problem. All right. Let's see what we got. So and I got my brayer here. And to push down. And it's funny because I'm changing how I do things as well. So, you know, I might have gone like this before, but now I'm doing this. So I am babying the thumb. So I'm sorry guys, I'm not complaining. I'm just sharing. Oh, you're right, Cordelia, the glue press. I forgot about that. Yeah, I totally forgot about that, you guys. Yes. And I'm going to look into that because like I said, I'm going to have to rethink some of my crafting ways. I feel so old. I'm not old though, but my body, I mean, your body tells you when it's hurting, you know. And, you know, if that glue press will solve the problem, I'm not proud. All right, so there's that one. And then I want to do this one next. I'm not proud. All right, guys, so you guys have convinced me. I actually have an Amazon card that my boss gave me. Glue press. Do they sell it on Amazon? Because like I said, I have an Amazon card that I need to use. Maybe that's what I'll get. Otherwise, can you guys tell me where I can get it? I'll have you guys do my research for me. But yeah, I totally forgot about that. I remember when that came out, and I was thinking, oh, I don't need that, but you know, things change. And it's not so much as a want, right? It's a need, because if it can save my thumb, then I'm all for it. Yeah, the first and the last page are the same size, Robin. So this is, I wish I could find my ruler. You know, this, let me know if you need the dimensions again, but yeah, these two are the same size, and then that's the bigger one, and it folds like an accordion. All right, so that's those two, right? And then I'm trying to decide, I was thinking about doing the same paper, so that's why I cut out this one. Simon says stamp. Okay. Those companies are so stinking expensive. My Sweet Petunia. And Simon says stamp are expensive. But yeah, I'll look into that. They're not on Amazon. Yeah, that stinks. Alright, so let me trim this down. Okay. And then, let's see. I need to cut this off as well. Okay. You've got a code? Okay, Robin, I will. Yeah, or just send it to my email. You know how to get me. Because, yeah, if I can get it on sale now, that would be great. All right, so we're going to put glue on this. So I'm using the same paper. I suppose you could use different paper, but I'll show you why I'm using the same paper in a minute. There is a specific reason why I'm using the same paper, and I'll show you why in just a minute. All right, I got my brayer here. I'm loving my brayer. All right. So, hey Kim. How can you forget? We're here every Sunday afternoon. Okay, so this is the bigger sheet. All right, so we are playing with the new Steampunk Girls kit, which I think is fabulous. One of the things last year when I got sick, I wasn't able to produce these kits as much as I wanted to. But now that I'm feeling better, I'm able to do the kits. I'm already thinking about my next kit, guys. So one of the things I think I'm going to do is, when I start creating the kit, I might start playing with it in the lives early before I release it. So you guys have lots of inspiration before the kit is available, kind of like I did with the Steampunk Girls. So I might do that again. I'm not going to tell you what I think my next theme is going to be, but I have an idea. I have to marinate on it a little bit. All right, let me trim this straight. Okay, there we go. A lot of forgetting. Gosh, I get it. I get it. All right, so there is the front, guys. Now we can do the back. Now the back, the one that's kind of hidden, I think these are the ones I'm going to do with these. So let's do that next. Okay, so these are 3 inches wide. So, and then how tall are they? What did I say as far as they are 4 3/4. All right, so 4 3/4. So 4 and we're just gonna go 5. 5 and Yep, the middle panel, guys, is it's 3 3/4, okay, this way, and then the length is 5 3/4, okay. If you want to go 6 to make it easier, that's fine too. But I mean, just basically you want to make sure that whatever this panel is, that these two panels are shorter. Okay. All right. So the next one is this, and I'm going to show you a little something fun here. So let me put my glue. Well, Kim, I hope you get back in your craft room soon. I know we all enjoy time in the craft room. All right, so I'm putting this here. Having fun with my brayer, so we're going to use this brayer every time. And then look at what I'm going to do here. So instead of cut it right at the edge, I'm going to cut it a little bigger so that way my edge isn't raw. So watch what I'm going to do here, guys. Let's see. I don't want it to be too much. Let's see. I think that's good. The glue. The glue's sticking. The glue's sticking. All right, so let's trim this, right? Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this over so that way the edge isn't raw. And this is what I'm looking for. Now you don't want to do it on these edges because then it's hard to fold, and I found that out by this one here. But I did that here as well. So just enough to have some contrast, right? And to be able to, you know, cover that edge, because I think that's just really nice. And then just add some, you know, some glue, right? And then fold it over. See, isn't that nice? All right, now I know we have more to cover, but we're gonna start decorating because I want to show you a couple things. So for those of you that bought the physical kit, you guys got some of these gears. All right, I know that this die set is one of the bigs. It's not available anymore, so what I did is I put a set of 15 in the shop. So if you need some of these, or if you want some of these, I do have sets available in the shop, and I think I linked it in the description box. And what I'm going to do is, where's my big ones? Maybe I'm not going to use my big one. I thought I was going to use my big one. I'm irritated. Oh, I guess I used my middle one. I thought I was going to use my big one. I'd rather use my big one, but I don't have a full big one. Takes up too much paper anyway. All right. So I'm going to take this and glue half of it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to mirror it here so when it's closed it looks like it's a full gear. Okay? I hope that makes sense. So, and you can do that with paper. You can do that with any of the background. But I'm going to do it with a gear. So let's just put this, I don't know, right here, right? And then I'm not going to cut it yet because I want to use it as my frame to put this one. All right. And I think, look at, I'm going to have to go over a little bit more. So let's do this. Just like that. All right. Tell I'm making this up as I go along. Okay, so this is going to have glue on the entire part of it. Okay. And let's make sure that we line it up to match. So I want it to look, because we're going to cut off part of this here. Let's see if I can figure out this puppy. It's got to be this one. That's got to be it right there. All right, so let me glue that down. Okay. It's got to be straight though. I think that should work. Okay, and then we're going to cut this. Be careful though, don't cut your paper that you just folded over. There. And then when this is closed, it looks like a gear. Does that make sense, guys? Now don't throw away your half gears because you might be able to use those. But I want it to be able, when this is closed, for it to look flush. All right. Now I'm getting out my walnut stain. And I'm going to, of course, add my walnut stain to the edges, guys. So you guys haven't said, make me feel good. Do you like the kit? Are you happy with the kit? I hope you are. My kits take a lot of work, so I'm looking for positive reinforcement. This girl needs some positive reinforcement. And then again, just I mean, every time we were doing the lives, I told you I was working on my kit, and I wasn't lying. The kits take a long time. All right, so just adding my vintage photo. All right. There we go. Okay, so now I don't know, like on this, I did pockets. I don't think I'm going to do a pocket here. I think I'm just going to do a collage. Now, I had an idea. You know these clusters? These clusters will fit on this. So, I just snorted. I'm thinking about maybe, I don't know, maybe putting my clusters in here. I mean, that would be fun. Or we can, you know, we can just collage. I mean, even this... Even this, I mean, you could put here. But, you know, a cluster is just collage. That's all it is. It's collaging. So we can do that. All right. How does this go? All right. Now, let's see what we want to do. We're definitely going to put the girls. So... Let me just look at my paper here. So we've got these here. Fun. So let's go ahead, and I think I have some girls cut out already. Maybe not. Okay. So Let me see. Yeah, I thought I had a girl cut out. Alright, she's a little shorter. Maybe we'll do a taller one. She's got this big old feather going on. So let's just cut her really quick. Robin, I love these scissors. So easy on the thumb. Thank you. I have no pain at all cutting. So Tim did say, you know, when he designs for the next year. So we should see some new releases coming out this year. But it's next year which we'll see the impact. He looked so happy, didn't he, guys? I mean, for those of you that saw the live, he just looked really at peace with his decision. And I mean, you can tell when he was, you know, doing his lives and demonstrating, he was just so happy. And you know, he did it for 20 years. And I get it, you know. All right, there we go. Yeah, I already cut the motorcycle out because I knew I was going to use it. It's fantastic. All right, let me get rid of some of this brown here, or this white. Ha! I'm put brown. Okay. And this is going to go here, I think, but we're going to put some things in the background, like her gloves or something. Let's see. I have. Maybe we'll put one of these. Let's see. Maybe this. Ooh, I love this. Don't you guys love that? Let's see. I don't want to cover too much of the background, so let's see what we can do here. And I made these intentionally small. Your motorcycle is missing some parts. How can that be? Kim, he made the decision not to create new products. I think he's just going to teach and be a crafter for a while. All right. So yeah, what I don't see, I maybe should have put this underneath. I guess I still can, right? Let me see. Maybe something like that. So let me think. So maybe cut part of this. Yeah, it was really big news for sure. All right, so let me cut part of this. And maybe that can go like that. And this would go like, oh, I love it. All right, so that's good. So let's stick that underneath there. first of all. Yeah, Robin, I agree. I think we'll see more of a presence of him because, like he said, he likes doing the Instagram pop-ups. I mean, he's very charismatic, and he does well on screen. So yeah, I think and he enjoys it. So good for him, right? Good for him. All right, I like that. I gotta decide if I want to do the bag of the... Now that I put this, I'm thinking maybe I'll do the gloves. Gloves are a little smaller. You can do the butterfly too. I mean, there's more pieces. If you don't want to do the collage, you guys, you already have a collage right here ready for you. Kim, if you had been here at the start of my live, you would have heard me talking about it, girl. And you would have been caught up. Alright, so let me just cut. See, I should have fussy cut these before I went on camera, but I was still trying to figure out my design. I try to come up with a fresh design for you guys. I know that I could easily just come here and make a card. Well, let me ask you. I mean, do you like the projects versus just cards? I mean, I could easily come here and just make cards all the time, but I don't think you want that, do you? I mean, maybe I'm wrong. You tell me. Would you prefer to see more cards? Hey, Debbie. Nice to see you, girl. All right, so thinking maybe, I don't know. Oh, maybe something like that. Okay, that's good. All right. So let's... Yeah, I'm going to make some cards off of the kit also with some of the pre-made images, but yeah. You guys like the projects? Okay. I just, like I said, I didn't want, I want to certainly do what you guys like. And I thought you liked the projects. Something like that. Okay. Something like that. Okay. And then we'll just stick that right. I don't know, something like that, I guess. Maybe up a little higher. Now, I did bring some of this collage medium. We talked about this the other day, and I had told you that Mod Podge also had some of the antique matte. So this collage medium, which is vintage, Tim Ranger doesn't have this anymore, but I found this Mod Podge that is called antique matte that gives a little bit of a vintage tone as well. So if you guys are looking for something like that, if you don't want to just do the straight matte, those two products are pretty good. And when you're collaging, I really like to just kind of add the extra here, just to make sure they stick. You can use a brush, but the brush sometimes leaves brush strokes, and I don't like that look. Good. Okay, I'm glad you guys like the projects. Yeah, me too. I prefer projects rather than just making a card. And I try to, like I said, I try to come up with new designs for you guys. All right, that's pretty good. I like that. I did I did get out some Tim Holtz stamps. Of course I did, right? I saw this excursion stamp, and I thought, ooh, that would be perfect, right? So maybe let's see if this would fit. I think that might fit. Let's give that a try, guys. let's see what we got. All right. Why am I talking like that? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, you know what else I have? I totally forgot I pulled these out. Ooh. Oh, that's gonna go right there. All right. Note to self: together, good times, wonderful. This is life. This is fantastic. All right. Which one should I put? This is life, documented. Must be the glue. Probably is Rhonda. Or what, Robin? I called you Rhonda. See? Yep. I probably shouldn't be using my good scissors. Where's my old scissors? Okay, here we go. So these are old. Yes, they are. But, ouch. I think these are perfect for this project. All right, so let me get some glue. And this is going to go right here. Oh, I love it. Fantastic. And then, you know what? Let's see what else I got. I think the numbers, well, the star might be kind of fun. Told you guys I'm using my stash. If I bought it, it means I liked it and I'm going to use it. And I'm not sad about it. I'm going to put this right here. I think someone said earlier, you can't take it with you. You might as well get the enjoyment out of it. And you know what? Just because you use it and you don't have it anymore, if you enjoyed using it, I mean, isn't that part of it, you know? I mean, it's just like a trip. You go on a trip and then it's over, but you don't not go because of the fear of it being over, you know? I don't know. It's just my thought. Okay, so this is going to go right here, so I can still put the excursion there. All right, guys, so what do you think? I'm loving it. I hope you guys are too, because I tend to just make it up as I go along. Let's see if I can type this excursion. So this is going to go here. Yeah, you know I like my glue. Let's see. I like my glue. Put that there. I think I need a bigger a bigger piece. But, oh, there we go. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do this in brown though. Let me see. Vintage photo. Let's see. I like it. And then, let me put this aside. This excursion. But see, I'm thinking it's a little too big, isn't it? How can I make that smaller? Ouch. I don't use those scissors, they'll strip my thumb. How can I'm going to cut this out, and I'm thinking as I'm cutting, let's see. Okay, someone had a suggestion here. Star on each side. Put a star on each side? Yeah, maybe? Let me think. My husband is retired. He was a teacher. And he retired when we moved to Prescott. So the deal was he would take care. He's a better housewife than I am. So that was the deal. He works harder than me, even though he's retired. Like right now he's redoing our bathroom. He put in a shower, which I love. That man, I swear. It's so nice to be married to a handyman. But yeah, to answer your question, he is retired. Ooh, I love it. Mama like. So we have this. I'm thinking maybe I can somehow, well, maybe I'll put a number or something. Let's look at that stamp set again. All right, so we use the excursion. Maybe we should just put like a number or something to finish off the label. Get brown all over me. So what do we have here? We have, oh, I mean, maybe this one, right? That might fit, guys. So let's see. Yeah, what do you think? Do you think that'll work? I think that might work. And then we'll make it just look like it was supposed to be. Yeah, he's a keeper for sure. If anything, he got the right end of the deal. Oh, that looks great. Yes, he's more tidy than I am. He's just a good guy. But see, I was really cute when I was younger, so I had that going for me. All right, I love it. I hope you guys love it too. I didn't want to have all that white space. And now I don't. So this is gonna go right here. underneath that, if I can get that underneath just a little. Yeah. All right. Ooh, my glue popped. I like it. That'll go there. Oh, that fits perfect, guys. Don't you just love it when things work out? So here's what it looks like so far. Perfect, huh? All right, so any questions so far? So it's going to open like this. All we did is the front cover. I'm going to keep going, so I hope you guys don't mind a long live because I want to finish the project. So I know I'm going to put the motorcycle on this one. And let's see. Trying to decide. Just something maybe like that. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so that's good. Well, thanks for the heart, whoever gave me the heart. I'm glad you guys like it. Okay, so here's the motorcycle. So I noticed on my Backstage Pass group, 3 people are having birthdays in January. I'm going to try to do a better job getting my birthday cards out this year. So I've got them all ready to go. I don't remember who the birthdays are for, though. I have to go back and look. But yeah, if you have a birthday and you're part of my Backstage Pass, you're getting a birthday card. I should have you guys sign up for my birthday list. Let's see. Okay, I think I need something here. Maybe, I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm looking at the kit here. Maybe I'll just leave it like that, actually. I might put this here. Let's see. Okay, so going to cut this. So is everybody good with the instructions so far? Once you kind of get the base together, it's not so bad, right? Okay, so let's vintage this up a bit. Let's vintage it up. Okay, and we'll stick that right there. So with that glue precision gun, guys, do you have to buy special glue? Am I not going to be able to use my favorite glue anymore? So that's going to go like that, right? And then I think I'm going to do something like this. Yeah, I could, Robin. I thought about that. I haven't got that far yet, but certainly I could. I 100% agree. See, I've taught you all very well. So we'll put that there, right? And then she's going to go something like this. All right. So yeah, there we go. Look at that. I'm thinking about putting some sort of phrase there. Oh, you know what I should do? Maybe I'll put a number. Numbers are always good, right? I got those big numbers sitting here on my desk. The remnant rubs. I saw, there they are. Yeah, I could put another little gear there, right? And then, oh, I like that. Maybe I don't even need a number. I'll leave it there. I like that. That's good. And that's what I said about collaging, guys, is it's all about trial and error. Collaging is probably the toughest tutorial because I just try it till I like it. Try it till you like it. And sometimes it takes me a few tries. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. All right, so there's those pages. All right, so now we're gonna work on this. Let me see what I got here. Let's see what Mama's got. Ooh, you know what? I like that. Maybe. Let me see. I got these travel rub-ons here. But I don't think they really fit the theme. Okay, Robin, yeah, I just read what you said about the glue. You could gold heat emboss one of the gears and make it look metal. Yeah, I could. Okay, all right. So yeah, I can use this right here along with the butterfly, maybe. Let me see. So I like that, and then I also like the label. Let's see. Maybe do a little collaging myself here. I got some of these. Tim stuff. Just because I thought I might want to use it. Don't know if I'm going to. See, this would be perfect. I mean, if you want to make extra ephemera, guys, this stamp here, this is the inspector. I mean, I think he would even be good just as an image. Yeah. Lots of opportunities here. All right, so let's use the destination stamp. So I think I'm gonna, where's my, let's see, I can use this again. Destination. So that could go there. Okay, where are my little scissors? There they are. Your glue press clogs. See, I don't like to hear that. I don't want to waste money on something to have it clog. Is it a design flaw, Kim, or why does it clog? You guys must think I'm so frugal, but I swear I want to retire in a couple years. I'm gonna think about every purchase I make. And if I have something that will work instead, I'm gonna do it. You know what I should do? I should look at that precision glue press and see if my husband can make me something. Because he's so handy. Alright, so a thick caulk gun. See? See, Robin? Yeah. I wonder if you could get a caulk gun and just modify it. Alright. Yes, that's good. So there's this, right? No, I don't think I might do numbers here actually. Let's see. So no rhyme or reason with these numbers. And I've got big number stamps I could use too. When my remnant rubs are gone, I'm going to be pulling out the number stamps. So put a 3 here. And there's no rhyme or reason for the numbers. I just like numbers. Okay. Well, work out all the kinks, guys, so that way by the time I get it, all the kinks will be worked out. Oh boy. All right. Ouch. Yeah, I need to do something. Okay, so maybe I'm thinking I'm going to put another little cog there. Like right here. Yeah. Stick it right underneath. That's the nice thing about wet glue too, is you got drying time. All right. Okay. And then this is going to go right here. Move this down a little bit. I should have it done like that. Okay, that looks superb. Paper. Let's see. I'm looking for paper to stamp my destination. Let's see. Okay, where is my Misty? And again, I'm going to do the brown. Did I put it away? No, there it is. Monica, if you have a hard time squeezing the bottle, go watch Pam at the paper outpost and see how she deals with the bottle squeezing issue. Okay, Pam, paper outpost. Yeah, I will, Kim. Thank you. Paper outpost. I think I've seen her before, paper outpost. See if I can get a better impression there. That's good enough. It's good enough. And then destination is going to go right in the middle. Let me see if I have something small. Oh, I know what I'll do. I know what I'll do. All right, so I'm going to get that destination right there. Watch. Watch and learn. She's a little flighty. Yeah, I think I've seen her before, guys. Don't watch her a lot, though. Okay, so this will go here. Pretty good. And then I'm going to take, where is it? I'm going to take this one and just do it like a side, like it was intentional. That's not good. See, whenever it doesn't stick, I just put a little bit of spit on it. A little bit of spit. I said it. I'm not proud. But you know what, Robin? If you lost one of the handlebars, collage over it. You can collage over the motorcycle. See? Don't have it go to waste if you don't need to. Your ink is too precious. Kim, you're smart. Quick-witted Kim, yes. So, for my birthday this year, my husband was saying maybe we'll take an Alaskan cruise. Wouldn't that be fabulous? I've never been on a cruise before. I think I deserve it. Kim, you can wave at me from the shore. Okay, so this could go like this. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Cool. Let me think. Kind of want that to go. Well, see, I didn't want to cover that. But I like that idea, so maybe it will go. Yeah. Let me see what I can. I mean, I guess it could go above a little bit. but I don't like that. Let me think. Yeah, Anchorage is probably where it goes through, I believe. All right, so I found these, which is good. All right, I like it. So, yeah, that looks great, you guys. What do you think? Let's finish up because we are going on an hour and 30 minutes here, and I'm sure y'all have better things to do. So, can you hole punch a div or the bulb on the destination tag? Probably. I probably could. Let me take a look at what you're talking about. What you talking about, Delina? All right, so this is gonna be. This is going to be this right here. I had to think about that a minute. Okay. So this is this. See, and what I should have done is I shouldn't have decorated this yet, so I could fold it over. So if you guys aren't this far yet, think about that. Think about putting the paper first and then decorating it. I just got, and that's upside down. I just got ahead of myself because the fun for me is decorating. So there we go. That's better. All right, Tina, thanks for popping in. Have a good week. All right, so let's cut this. Okay, so she's talking about something here, I think. Right? I probably should have done that before I added paper, though. But I could maybe still cover it. Let's examine that possibility. So let me see. Look, like that. And then we can still cover this. Right? It's right there. Kind of falls into place. All right, so now we can put the destination here. something like that. Something like that. Maybe put it like that. Okay, so we can do that. But I'm wondering, maybe I should use this again to be consistent. I kind of like the black. Right? And then, let's see. I have stickers we could use. Let me So remember, if you still haven't become a Backstage Pass member, make sure that you order the pass before you purchase the kits, because then you can download the kit with your membership code. And of course, the more downloads that you do, the better the deal, because your Backstage Pass is just a one-time fee. I think the 13 reference to Lena is like Friday the 13th. 13th is supposed to be considered like superstitious, that kind of thing. Alright, I like that. Let me see what else I got here. I've got these cards in digital. I can't remember what they're called though. Let's see. I'm gonna have to find those and use them next time, I think. So let's put this here, right? These are like old Bunko cards, but I don't think that's what I have them called in the shop. But these are in digital, which I think would be great. At least, you know, that's why I don't mind using these stickers, because I know I have them in digital. Okay, so just lining it up like that. And then, should we put another gear? Should we put another gear? Nah. Let's not cover up those fantastic goggles. I think that looks good. Yeah, kinda they do. It's an old game. flinch cards. That's what they're called, flinch or finch, something like that. Okay, so that looks good. And then let's see. So it might be kind of fun to put maybe a sentiment here. These are the, you guys were talking about snarky the other day. I think these are my snarks. Oh, these are small talk, but I do have the snarky stickers too. I'm thinking maybe white rather than black. Black, I don't know if black would stand out as well. So adventure, it awaits you. That's good. All right, just put in a little brown. And then put some glue here. Adventure awaits you. I like it. And then we'll just finish it off here, guys. We're almost done, I promise. I promise. Sorry I'm taking so long, but I wanted to finish the project for you guys. Yeah. Where is... this one. All right. Yeah, well, Debbie, we're going to do a, I think my next live, I'm going to do birthday cards. And I think we'll do some snarky birthday cards. That should be fun. All right, so if you need more inspiration using this new kit, guys, you know, I've been doing steampunk projects over the last several videos, so go back and check out some of the other videos if you need more inspiration for this kit. It really is a fabulous kit, if I do say so myself. Put in more glue. And I may make more of these because I have, like I said, I have a lot of these old game pieces. And the word of the year is, or the phrase of the year is, use your stash. So that's what I plan on doing. I plan on using my stash. Alright, so that goes like that. Let's cut this. Excellent. Yeah, I was just reading Melody's note there. Yeah, that's awesome. I used to have so many cigar boxes, and when we moved from Prescott to here, I got rid of most of them. I just couldn't take them all with me. All right, the cigar boxes are fun. I've got a few of them left. Yeah, that's nice. That's awesome. So when you finish that project, Melody, make sure you post it to the Facebook group so we can ooh and ah it. All right, I'm just adding. God, that's fantastic. I love this. All right, so now if I had thought ahead, I would have done the same thing I did here with the gear, but that's okay. You guys can still do that. What I may do is just, I might just do something like this, where I do part of the gear. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Let's see what has more. I think this has more. So when I was cutting these out, you know, the paper wasn't quite big enough to cut all 3 gears, and it cut out a partial gear. And I can still use it, obviously, because that's what I'm doing. Like that. I like it. And then I think we'll put the steampunk. There it is. Here. Or should we put another? No, we'll do the steampunk. So do you guys have any more ideas for kits this year? I think I'm going to try to do a birthday kit. I'm not sure exactly what I would do because birthday could be anything, right? But do you guys have any wants for kits? And if I can accommodate, I will. I always am looking for new, fresh ideas. I'm fussy cutting this, so I'm kind of concentrating here. Yes. This has a lot of curves. I don't know why I did that. Crazy girl. Crazy girl. Crazy. Crazy girl. Lots of curves on this fussy cutting. All right. Okay. Let's see. Wildlife kit. All right. That's a good idea. You're having more winter there than we are. Yeah, we are for sure, Kim. Wow, negative 17 degrees. Ouch. That's tough. All right. Ooh, I like that. All right, so that's gonna go right there. We already decided. And then when you close it, you can see it. Oh, it's fantastic. So wildlife, yeah, that would be fun, Kim. Like, so what kind of things would you want to see in it? I don't even think I have a wildlife kit or digitals at all. I have a farm kit out there. I might play with that. But so there's my steampunk. I like it. And then, should we put another girl? I think so, right? Oh, I haven't used the butterfly yet. It's beautiful. Oh, I had an idea. I did have an idea for this butterfly. All right, let me We are almost done, I promise, guys. I keep saying that, right? This is the last page. I hope you liked the project. Really enjoyed making it. Lots of fuzzy gooding. Okay. Okay, excellent. And then just cut around this wing. So my idea, as I'm cutting, I'll tell you, my idea was to maybe put these wings on one of the little girls. What do you guys think of that idea? Talk to you about it before I do it. And then if I could find this statement that says use your wings, that would be fun, right? Use your wings. Little Tim. So happy for Tim. Yeah, it's just such a relief when you don't have to worry about money anymore either, you know? Foxes, bears, beavers. Okay, all right. I like it. Wings are always good. Yes, definitely. So, if I can maybe, let me see my little girls here. Kind of want it to be a little bigger. Oh, look at those stickers. Maybe I use those stickers. See, I have, this is in my cluster, my cluster bag. Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to see what girls I've already used. So I used the hat and I used her. Maybe, see, I'm going to have to cut this, I think, to put the wings out. Maybe this one? Where are my other ones? Let me see my other ones. I might have... Let's see. There we go. We'll use her. I like her. Okay. So let's cut her. Kim, what do you do? I don't even know if I've ever even asked you that. You talk about your job. What do you do for your job? I'm just curious. Okay. Yeah, I think she'll look good with wings too, Lords. So let's get rid of some of that white. And then I think we need to probably cut this in half. Which I hate to do, but I think we're going to need to. And then I want to get rid of, let's see if I could do this carefully. Carefully, without tearing it. See, this is where the crooked would come into play, probably. It's just trying to get rid of some of that extra white background. All right, that's pretty good. So the idea is to pop some wings here, right? I don't think I actually need the antennas, to be honest with you, so we're going to cut those off. Yeah, ooh, I like it. So we'll do that. Even better, I don't need the antennas. Accounting office for budget. Okay, all right. And let's see, so we're not going to use the antennas. So we can get rid of that and get rid of this. That makes it a lot easier. Yeah, I like it. Ooh, I like it. Okay, so let's first attach the wings before we go any farther, so we can have an idea of where we want those to go. So probably down here, I'm thinking. Oops, come on, Monica. Something like that, I think. And then this one, did I put it? Yeah, I put it on the other side. I just want to get some balance here, I think. Ooh, I like that. Oh, that's cool. All right, nice, right, guys? Great idea. Wait, whose idea was that? Was that my idea? Is that your idea? I can't remember. I think it was my idea. Good idea, Monica. All right. But remember, you're going to have to cut the wings in order to fit them on your little girl. But I think that's a great idea. Okay, and just make sure your wings are balanced. And I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to put any of these stickers. Maybe not. We'll save those for the clusters. But I like that. That looks pretty good. I mean, we got some remnant rubs here. Maybe we should use a few. Why not? Why not? Do I have something that says use your wings? Genuine, turn so lucky, wander, wishful, be curious. Use your wings would have been good. All right, so let's this side up. So we'll put this right there, I guess. Side up. Doesn't really come through though, does it? But I'm going to use it anyway. This side up, and then I'm going to put a number. Put it right. What is that? 1896. All right. 1896. Okay, it looks great. All right, guys, I think that'll do it. So let's take a look at what we did here. Turn up my desk a little bit. Okay, the body, can you ask remove what body? The body of the butterfly, so we just use the wings. All right, so here it is, guys. I mean, it's finished, and I hope you love it. I love it. I used some of my old stash. That's what we're doing. We're using our old stash. These were from old Tim Holtz stuff. But using the new kit, And then I put this gear. If you need gears, I have these in the shop. I think 15 for $3. So if you need these gears, they're in the shop. Got the gloves. This is all part of the kit, you know, to be able to collage. And the kit is perfect to make clusters as well. And give Lord's an alibi. I like that. Kim, you are so quick. And then you open it up. We've got some great backgrounds. The girl, this is the travel bag. The motorcycle, I use these gears again. This is documented. And then flip it over, right? And Be You Bravely. We've got this really fun light bulb with the girl in there. And I put a little Brad there. I think one of y'all recommended that. That was a good idea. Got some numbers. I got the gear again. I open it up. I've got, you know, one of the girls with wings. More of these cogs. Be authentic. And adventure awaits you. So that's the project, you guys. I think it came out great. I hope you like it. I probably won't be doing any more steampunk projects on my lives because I've done a lot for you guys. And I want to start working on some other projects. I think our next live exercise class is supposed to start up again, so I may not be able to do the Thursdays, but maybe if I can sneak in a live before Sunday. Otherwise we'll be back on Sunday. And we're gonna make birthday cards next week, and I think we're gonna go a little snarky. I hope you guys are up for that. I know Kim is my queen of snark today. She's funny. But yeah, so that was my idea for the kit. And it will easily, you know, stand on a desk. So if you want to display it, lots of fun. If you want to put it in a bigger junk journal, I think that would work as well too. So really fun project. And I hope you guys try it. And if you don't try it with the kit, you know, this will work with any type of theme. I just happened to use the steampunk. Yeah, I think it came out great. All right, everybody, I hope you all have a wonderful week. If you haven't got the kit yet, don't forget to grab the kit. Help support my shop. I appreciate y'all. And I'll just finish off with these couple little tags that I made as well. And we will see you next week. All right, bye.